What's up, everyone? Darkscream 217 here. With me is BigAl
What's up?
and Echidna.
Hey, how you doing?
And it's going to be the third installment of something I like to call the NetherRealm Hype, where we are looking forward to a game that hasn't even come out yet. And this game is going to be on Mortal Kombat Next, aka Mortal Kombat 10, aka people still put X on their title as a sequel title now, aka Mortal Kombat Who's Next, Bill Goldberg edition.
Mortal Kombat Out the Edge.
Okay. Uh, Obviously, I'm looking forward to this game because the last Mortal Kombat game made me a fan of the series again. When I saw the trailer, the teaser for this one, it was great and all, and then it played hip hop music.
Mhm. For me, yeah, I'm really excited for this game as well. Back on MK9, I was already a pretty, uh, I was I was into Mortal Kombat, but I wasn't like too deep into it. But then when they rebooted the series, NetherRealm just did a phenomenal job just rebooting the entire universe of Mortal Kombat. All the characters back then are actually they refreshed. They feel new. They feel more in depth now. Um, it's just it feels like they actually have a story they want to tell with the Mortal Kombat universe, and I'm really looking forward to it.
As well as actually have a game to play.
Oh yeah, actually, the game to play as well. But
Yeah.
also at the same time, they also pushed the um set the bar into what is a fighting game and what should go into a fighting game.
Like what?
Actually put in a real story mode. Plenty of content, plenty of extra unlockables. Also put in a really good arcade mode. Um, because if you look at Mortal Kombat and you compare it to other games that came out now, other fighting games like Street Fighter, you maybe get like just a fighting game. For there's no story mode, and for the arcade you may get like two images and some voiceover, and that's it. Whereas Mortal Kombat, okay, you get this probably 3 hour plus story mode. Also, you get arcade mode with like these very like beautiful motion graphic endings.
Oh yeah,
Also, you
those
have
endings
the
were great.
crypt. You had tag mode. You had like
The
just
challenge tower.
it's the challenge tower. Just all these different things. I'm like, wow, this is worth the $60.
All right. Yes, I did play and love the hell out of the last Mortal Kombat game. I think it's the best one in the franchise thus far. And
Hmm.
sorry, I am recovering though with this cough. It's not as bad as it used to be a week ago.
Coughality.
Uh, um, when I and I'm hearing an echo from another person's TV. Okay, it's gone. Anyways, the last Mortal Kombat game, it was great. I did had some criticisms with it. The one thing I had to criticize was the reward system. There weren't that many unlockables or extra stuff that was not really worth getting. Like for the crypt, you could go and unlock the code for the person's second fatality. But here's the thing. If you just go up on GameFAQs, look it up, input the code, it would automatically save to the character's command list when you pause the game next time. So that makes it entirely pointless. Also, the challenge tower. The challenge tower was a lot of fun, but also had some frustrating moments. But I climbed that fucking thing. I did every challenge and I completed it. I didn't skip shit. I played as Curtis Stryko and fought 3 Shao Kahns. Actual mode in the game. No, it wasn't that fun. And what was my reward? A costume of Melina and bandages.
Was it worth it?
No.
But did it stop you from getting
No, it didn't stop me from
it?
getting it though, but I got it. I got it. I conquered the tower, and I'm about to fall right off. My legs are giving out. Ah! I also have the PlayStation Vita version of the game, which is a huge graphical downgrade, probably because they need to keep the 60 FPS. And they also have a bonus challenge tower where they decide to add in a few mini games for the Vita's motion gimmicks. Like like for example, there's one gameplay mode where you play as Curtis Stryker and you have to tap his head because if you don't, it will inflate and explode. Or the return of the teddy bear thing came back, and once Scorpion grabs the bear from Melina, you actually have to shake the Vita in order to shake the teddy bear to death. And the reward for that one is alternate costumes for Scarlet, Kenshi, and Rain. Scarlet having an alternate costume that was available in the original, that exists in the original game, but for some reason they decided not to make it available.
Oh,
Huh.
how many more challenges they added to the Vita? Like
Like
maybe
150 more, but those were actually fucking difficult. Test your balance, where you have to
uh,
balance the Vita while assholes off screen like to throw head chunks at you. And every time you fall off the pit. And they have a different pit death animation. You either fall into a vat of chemicals, you either fall to those weird rotor spikes from the third Mortal Kombat game, you fall into a pit of mutated, ill-tempered sea bass, or piranhas, either of the two. But overall, I still love the hell out of Mortal Kombat 9 or Mortal Kombat 2011 or WBMK.
I still love it too, and I'm really looking for an MKX. It's because from what I'm seeing in the trailer, it seems like they have only like gone further in terms of production for MKX, and
Yes, the
that's
game.
it looks more. I'm not complaining. No, and what I'm about to say next, I'm not complaining at all. But it seems more like a movie now, and that is crazy to me.
Hmm.
It's just so wow, man. I just need to hurry and play this game. I just need to play this game.
Yeah,
And
the
I
story
think
is great.
and I think it's really strange. I think for the first time, I guess I can say I'm getting this fighting game mostly, well, half for the story, but also half for the gameplay.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. After what happened at the end of Mortal Kombat, I was like completely down because of how it ended, but I was still hyped to see how much further they'll go. Um, I did see the first 7 minutes of the story mode. I didn't see the first half hour, and yeah, it looks like they're shoving QTEs in there too in order to keep things interesting. I'm assuming they're gonna take ideas from Injustice and put a few mini games in between matches and stuff, maybe.
Dude, the temptation is
Yep.
strong. And I've been trying not to watch that 25
Same here.
minutes.
Yeah, same here. I wanted to avoid that too because I just want the. But at the same time, I followed most of the combat cast that showed off all the gameplay and characters on display and even most of the fatalities. Which, by the way, another thing, does this game actually look legit next gen to you?
Uh, hmm. I guess in some aspects it does. Like some of the gore effects are like fucking crazy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, tell me about it.
Like
For
I don't
me,
think like when you see like I'll give you an example in Mortal Kombat 9 when you see someone get cut in half vertically and you see like the texture for the insides, it's just like this generic mishmash of red and dark red and brown. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Yeah.
But when you see someone get cut in half in this game, you can see their fucking brain, their liver, their intestines. It's almost like entirely medically accurate. It's insane.
Yeah, the
Yeah, I think they have
fatalities
a more
actually
accurate
got me
one.
nauseous a little bit. They got more grotesque.
Like Ermax,
Oh yes, I know what you're talking about.
he ripped fucking colon out through your mouth.
Yeah.
That was insane, man. I'm still disturbed by Scorpion's first fatality where he blasts a hole into the person's chest, then he cuts the person's face in half.
Oh man.
That still gets to me a little bit, but it's like, oh man, this game is so hype. But in terms of what you were asking earlier about the game looking next gen, it it looks good, but it doesn't seem that far of an upgrade from MK9, and I think the reason for that is because they still trying to develop a game. So they still want to put out a port for the 360 and PS3 version
which
because
got
they still,
delayed.
yeah, which got delayed, but also because they still have an install base for last gen. So when you try to do that, when you try to make a game for last generation and for this generation, the graphics is it's not gonna look all that next gen. But hey, I'm not a graphics whore. It looks good enough for me.
Same.
Yeah, same here. But I know they are. I have played Mortal Kombat 9 recently, and I can say that they have improved greatly. Um, and speaking of fatalities, Raiden's fatality where he electrocutes the opponent's head until the eyes pop out. That
Oh,
was pretty messed up.
Oh, crazy.
Mhm.
Oh
oh.
yeah.
Speaking of fatalities, favorite fatality so far?
In this game,
Yes.
I don't know. Can't.
Yeah. I mean, considering we haven't seen them all yet, but I think one of my favorites is Takeda's, where he cuts the dude's arm off with his like little razor spear thing, and then he shoves it, like he throws it in the dude's mouth. He gives this like little shit-eating smirk. He pops out the blades in the spear, and then he just like rips out. I don't know what the hell he's ripping out of the dude's mouth, but it looks like his spinal cord, bone by bone, that just drops in a mass pile of
Oh,
shit.
Oh, and like the gurgling and oh, that I was like, oh, that's nasty.
Okay, apparently, speaking of gurgling, apparently they actually did the sounds themselves in studio.
yeah.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
I saw that too. I saw them messing with Nickelodeon slime in order to get the gore effects, and then they kept making farting noises with it.
um, my favorite fatality so far. Actually, I got two. I like Jacqueline Briggs, where she like rips like holes in a person's sides, and I guess she just transmits energy from those wounds and blasts the opponent's back completely off.
Oh yeah, I saw that
That was
one.
That
great.
looks freaking brutal. But also, they revealed today Cassie's second fatality,
The
where
selfie fatality,
yeah,
yes.
Oh,
she
I
takes
haven't
out her
seen that
baton.
one.
Oh, dude, man, like should I just go
Here,
ahead and
let me.
just say it?
Here, I'll find a. Let me find a link for
Link
you.
it. Link it. I'll mute the mic, and you guys keep talking.
Okay, all right.
All right, I got the link right here.
Okay, you something to like
All right.
All right, there you go.
All right. Anyways, you
that.
guys keep talking.
Okay, yeah, I saw that's just insane. She just takes out her baton, hits you so hard your jaw just flies off. Then she just takes a selfie with it. And not only that, but they went up and said, okay, she posted on her Facebook slash social media site, whatever. And like, what is the greatest thing I like about that fatality is like all the different comments that had that
Hmm.
picture gets like, oh, that selfie though, or oh, I guess you left him speechless, or
I love
it
how the
just it's
social
a
media
holy
site she.
shit.
I love how the social. I love how the social media site she posts on is fucking called Friendships, and it's the rainbow
Friendship, yeah.
Shang Tsung's friendship in Mortal Kombat
I
2.
That is awesome. That was awesome. I thought, man, this is the greatest fatality of all time. It's
Listen,
probably because I
but
really like.
but
I
here's the
didn't.
thing.
Yeah, go ahead.
Here's the thing about that fatality. It's not that gory. That's what's crazy about it.
It isn't. Also, her second one is not too gory either. It's just hers was kind of really tame compared to the other ones. Because all she does is, oh, I'm gonna shoot you in the kneecaps, and I'm gonna just put the piece of bubble gum on the bullet hole on your head, and that's it. It's like, oh, that's kind of weak sauce compared to the other ones, but okay.
Holy shit! That's pretty fucked up. Jesus. Man, for some reason, I got a Frank West vibe when she did that too.
I'll
Oh.
say, give him a second. He's gonna try something.
Alright, he's probably getting a new microphone. Ah,
Yeah, like definite.
alright.
Distinction.
Oh, Jesus. Okay, that's my new favorite fatality. Oh, man. Uh, Cassie Cage is looking to be like my new favorite character. Anyways, yeah, I just got done seeing the Cassie Cage selfie fatality, and as already said to Lance before, I got like a weird Frank West vibe when she did that because the character just fucking looked like an undead zombie after she slit her throat.
Oh yeah, that was pretty ghastly.
Yeah, so that's awesome. Oh, and I just love the fact that after she posts it, it goes into some Facebook tweet page online thing while everyone is just posting comments. Okay, that's
Hey,
that's my new
Dar-
favorite
Dar-
fatality.
Darkscream, did you notice what the social network site is called?
Friendships, and it even has that
Yes.
logo that was used in Mortal Kombat's 2 and 3.
That is awesome.
All right. So.
But like this is the weird thing. Like I mentioned to Lance, the fatality isn't even that gory or gruesome, but just the aesthetic of it is fucking amazing.
Yes.
All right. So I heard there's no tag team combat. That's a downer.
Sadly,
Man,
yeah. Which was a pretty interesting mode. I played it. It's just that according to Ed Boon, apparently not that many people were playing it. Well, which is a shame.
Well, people would probably play it more if there was actually like a co-op mode with the online system or something where you can team up with a friend online against two other people online, or maybe team up through arcade mode or something. That was something Multifire and I didn't like when they didn't have something like that in there. But well, that's a shame because I was playing it from time to time.
Oh yeah.
Oh well. But they did add stuff like the living towers, and online's gonna have faction mode. That's another thing. I'm really hoping online is pretty passable this time. The last Mortal Kombat game, uh, I had a pretty cruddy internet connection, but a lot of people were saying that the netcode was not that good.
Hmm.
hmm.
Could not
Maybe
enjoy King of
it's
the
a
Hill
thing.
because of that.
Well, yeah, that may be it. The few times I played online, the netcode was never, it was never too much of a problem with me. It would be every so often I may run into a bad um match with a really bad connections, but overall it was pretty decent on my end.
Ah,
But let's just look bad. But if everyone said they got better than netcode, I want to take his word for it.
all right, because the faction mode. Oh my God, you guys heard about that one?
Yes, I have.
You heard about that one
Brotherhood.
now?
What's that?
You heard about faction mode?
I haven't. No.
It's it's an online mode where you have to choose for one of five teams: the Lin Kuei, the White Lotus, Special Forces, Black Dragon, or the Brotherhood of Shadow. And you basically fight for control against opposing teams and stuff. And they even have special faction kills, which have special exclusive fatalities to them. Like one of them I've seen, I think it's either Special Forces or Black Dragon,
I think it's
where
special.
where the enemy gets his knees, his legs from the knees down lopped off, and then he gets his head, he gets his chest blasted open. So you got some really cool ones. Um,
I can't remember. Tell me if you heard this. But I think they said depending on what faction you choose, the background for the character select screen would change. I
um,
believe that's what they said.
I did not know that.
Yeah, that's I heard that somewhere, and I hope that's true. Cause
I did hear
yeah,
you can choose whoever you want to be, regardless of what faction you're in, and I heard you can actually switch factions. I don't know if there's going to be a penalty or anything like that, but I'm going to join the Brotherhood of Shadow.
they said there's no penalty, but your rank will reset when you switch
All
factions.
right, I'm going to see if I can
But
stay with the
if you go
Brotherhood.
back to the old faction, then I think your rank will remain the same.
All right. Um. So That I'm actually looking forward to. It'll be like Def Jam Fight for New York, except it'll be online. It'll be fighting for Earthrealm.
Yes. Another thing I'm looking forward to is the variation system. When I first when I first saw this in action, I was really wary of it because I am not the biggest fan of Injustice. I don't hate the game. I don't think it's a bad game. I think it's an excellent game. It's just not my cup of tea is all. When I saw MKX, I saw, oh, they're just gonna make it just like Injustice then, which kind of turned me down a little bit. But then after seeing it more in action, it's like, okay, I'm feeling this variation system. I'm actually looking forward to it.
I was also very nervous about the variation system because it reminded me of Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance and Deception,
Oh yeah, the 3D.
Mhm.
Yeah,
where you had like three fighting styles that you could switch to on the fly, but they really weren't that solid and they really weren't that well executed. Look in hindsight, but the variation system, it's got a mixed bag. I mean, it's a big risk. Um, but then again, you really can't go far in life without taking risks. So
yeah,
goes to NetherRealm on that, and but the thing it does have the potential to do is actually have a version where everybody will actually have a character to play as that they're very with a style they're extremely comfortable with.
yeah,
And that means they could probably try every character, and then they may luck out with a fighting style that they'll really like that they'll use with that variation.
yes,
Um, so that's a good thing. I mean, they got like variations that allow for more projectiles or more zoning and all that. I also like how when you select a character, their appearance slightly changes too. Like
Oh, I like that too.
for
Mhm.
example, Takeda, when you choose his Shirai Ryu design, he actually has like a metal ninja mask that looks like the Outer Skull.
Nice.
Yeah.
Or with like with Johnny Cage, if you depending on what variation you pick, most of the time he wears black shades. But but if you pick a certain variation, then his shades will be green.
Oh, are they still
Or
$500?
still $500.
Still $500.
Still love it.
Oh, did you see? Speaking of Johnny Cage, did you see his win animation?
No, I haven't. What was it?
He takes out a picture of him as how he looked in Mortal Kombat 2, signs it to my best fan, and then throws it on the dude.
Oh God, they're still making that joke. Oh man, I am
Yeah,
really
they.
badly because they used that joke again with with the babality in Mortal Kombat 9.
I thought that was crazy. And then that's pretty cool. Have you seen this the intro they made where it's like just a compilation of all of his intros with different characters?
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's another thing I like.
Oh because is to bring on what character he fights, he doesn't just say the same thing over and over again. Like it could be like one interaction. Say it could be like Scorpion, maybe like Johnny Cage versus Scorpion. They'll have maybe like I think four different things to say to each other each time the match starts,
Uh,
and I thought that was pretty cool.
I love how
So it's not the same thing.
I love when you fight Raiden. Most of the time, people remind him of how much of an ass of a failure he was in Mortal Kombat 9 with predicting the future.
Hey Rain, how's it going? Very fine, my son. Yeah, I remember when you killed me. Hmm.
My favorite one is Johnny Cage versus Kung Jin, where Johnny says something about getting his less or whatever, and Kung Jin's like, I'm aiming for an A plus plus, and Johnny's like, well, you're gonna fall on your ASS.
ASS.
Oh man, Johnny Cage one-liners. My favorite one from the last Mortal Kombat game was after he beats Kano. Stick that up your Barbie,
Ball.
shrimp.
Yeah, all I got.
Yeah.
He
Oh.
kind of gives that look. Said what? That's all I got. He want for you.
What
Um,
other things they added? Well, I heard a big thing with online mode is if somebody actually rage quits in the middle of the match,
Quitality.
yes, you get a quitality where the enemy's head just fucking explodes and you get the win. And it says quitality.
That's
So
freaking
much
awesome.
salt. So
On a
much fucking salt.
on a scale on a scale of saltine crackers to Pacific Ocean, how salty are you?
Man, I like to say like a stack of Pringles.
Oh, okay. Oh, so the salt and vinegar. No way. Give me the Pringles dill pickle flavor. um, yeah. Another thing I'm really looking forward to. They actually brought this back is brutalities. Uh, I'm really liking brutalities. It's not what I imagined how they would bring it back, but I'm cool
Yeah,
with these
like
brutalities.
when they said that brutality. Yeah, when they said the brutalities were back, I'm thinking like the fucking Mortal Kombat 3 fatalities were brutalities where they beat them so much that they explode into like 20 rib cages.
Yeah, because in Mortal Kombat 3, everyone had like 20 rib cages and 7 skulls.
But I do like this generation's incarnation of brutalities
Oh, me
because it
too.
honestly I think it adds an extra like fuck you. You know what I mean?
Yes. See, one of my favorite like fatality systems in video games is when you do it when the opponent's health is really low, and they have a special kill animation for it, like in Samurai Showdown. If you like slice the dude correctly, well, the person's health is low. They either split in half and then they just fall. The pieces fall individually, or you stab an opponent and then blood will splatter on the opponent while the person just bleeds out. And then Weapon Lord had a few interesting things too. So it seems they're using that version of a finishing system, and it is weird that they would call it a brutality. But I don't know what else they would call it. They can't call it quick fatality or anything like that.
Or
Also, I
fatality.
do have a feeling that the rapid 30 hit combo into an explosion. I'm pretty sure there's a character or two who has that as a brutality in this game. And I do love that. It does add an extra fuck you to the to the opponent, man. My favorite brutality. I've only saw part of it. I don't know if it really is. I got to see it again. But does Cassie Cage have a brutality where she hits somebody in the balls so hard their head pops off?
Yeah,
Yes, they
she
do.
does like
Yes,
a
she
volleyball.
does.
Oh, that is awesome.
She does like this volleyball thing where she slides on her knees and just like does the volleyball thing with both her hands and hits them in the crotch.
Yeah. Pooh, pooh. Uh,
She spikes them right in the dick.
Yes, that's what it is. Uh,
Speaking of spiking people in the dick, did you see your X-ray on male characters?
yeah, she punches people in the balls.
No. What? Well, she does, but if you look at it closely, you see that they actually, for the male characters, they actually made a testicle model, like a
Oh,
testicle model, and they freaking explode into a bloody mess.
oh,
uh,
you fucking with me.
she no,
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 I'm
she's
not.
serious. She's
Oh,
serious.
oh,
Look for it if you can find her X-ray online. You can watch them and just watch the crotch area. There's like little round testicles. I'm like,
oh, oh, this game's still rated for mature, right?
right?
They're not gonna get slapped with that
Dude,
AO rating, right?
dude, I'm not kidding you. I'm not kidding
I'll
you.
look it up. I'll
Like
look
all
it
the
up.
fatalities, like dude, all the fatalities so far, I'm like, oh, oh man, they're over the top. And then I saw that freaking her X-ray. I was clutching my own balls in pain. I'm like, what the fuck?
Not cool, man. Not cool.
But
um,
speaking of X-rays, I find it funny that like these X-rays look far more deadly than the fatality.
And yet, for some reason, people would still fucking get up and walk after that if they have enough help.
Like
like
their bones explode outside their body, and like
like
they still like they just kind of like shrug it off and they're ready to go.
Kano's X-ray, he cuts your rib cage in half, and then it's like he snaps your spine that's connected to your head. You shouldn't be able to stand.
All right, what
But
about reptiles, where he very clearly gouges your freaking eyes out?
Oh man, there were plenty of people who had that X-ray. Kung Jin has an X-ray like that.
Oh yeah, he shoots arrows in your eyes and then slams you down with the same arrows.
Oh,
Casey Cage, she shoots you in the head point blank with two guns.
jeez.
Oh yeah, after making your testicles explode, she does
Yes.
All
that.
right, I'm gonna. Oh,
Oh yeah.
found it. She does it on Kodokan from the video I'm seeing. Here it
Yeah.
goes. Oh!
Oh,
Oh!
that's nasty.
Oh, my nuts.
Fucking incredible, isn't it? They actually made a testicle model for their X-ray.
You know, Cassie Cage is looking more and more like my new favorite character so far in this game too.
Casey Cage, she's been getting a lot of hype.
All right.
I mean, what can you expect from a Johnny Cage kid? But one of my favorite brutalities in the game, so far, number one, like straight up, Kung Lao's, where he bends them over his knees and he just goes off on their face. Like, have you seen that movie Ip Man?
Itmon. No.
It's about Bruce Lee's mentor.
Ah.
It's pretty much just a move where Kung Lao he lays the opponent over his knees, so like their face, so they can like look up at Kung Lao's face, and he's just doing like flurries of punches on their face.
So
To the point,
basically, he goes Kenshiro on their ass.
Kenshir's on their face,
On their
pretty
face.
much, and to the point where their neck just turns into a limp noodle.
Damn. You know, Kung Lao actually has a brutality where he does constantly punch you in the face like so many times it just it explodes.
Yeah,
Um, I don't know what else to say about the rest of the game. They've added they brought back some of the I forgot test your luck. So that's fun because I always want to play Mortal Kombat where I'm completely armless. That shit was fun.
They brought back Test Your Might too, so.
I haven't seen any of the Test Your Might gameplay, but I'm glad that's coming back.
oh yeah.
Uh,
Oh, did you see Kano's fatality? Or not Kano, fuck, what's his name? Goro's fatalities yet?
I saw one of them where he brought back the head and chest fatality. Which I gotta say, what is up with Gore's obsession with that shit? Does you just think it's not right for humans to have heads above their necks?
His second fatality is fucking brutal. Basically, he jumps in the air and stomps on the opponent so that their stomach, so that they're face down on the ground. And then, as you know what the Mexican surfboard stretch is, right? In wrestling terminology,
Uh,
where basically you hook the. It's also called the Romero special, where you hook, where the dude's on the ground on his stomach, you stand over them, you grab their arms with your arms, and then you hook their feet on your feet,
oh,
and then you just kind of stretch them in the air like that while you're on your back. You've seen that before,
yes,
right?
yes, of course, it's a common.
Goro does that with all their limbs, except he's standing on them. He takes all of his arms, grabs an arm, grabs a leg, grabs an arm, grabs a leg, and then just as he's pressing down on them
Oh,
with his feet, he pulls up with his arms, and you just see he looks like he's orgasming because of
oh,
this. Like he's just like, yeah! and then finally you hear like the bones cracking and snapping, and then rip, and then they're left a limbless torso as he's defiantly lifting their limbs up in the air.
I find it hilarious that in this game there's more family-based characters, and yet this is gonna be awkward when you like kill them with fatalities. Johnny Cage
Johnny
just
Cage
ripping
killed his kid.
Cassie's chest. Here's Johnny.
That's for not doing your homework, bitch.
It's gonna be one awkward phone call.
I told you shut up, but you wouldn't listen. You wouldn't listen. Louis C.K. If murder were legal, there'd be a lot of murder.
In terms of things you can talk about, you want to
Oh,
talk a little bit about
I
the
did.
comic?
Oh yeah, the comic. I'm 15 issues in. I'm up to date. But before I mention that, the teaser trailer with the rap music, which also gave away the fact that there's stage interactions.
Hmm.
I'm just hoping they work similar to Injustice, where you can combo into them. Um, I love the fact that yesterday they released a trailer with a better song. System of Down, Chop Suey.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I linked you that video, Al.
Yeah, I saw. It was a great trailer. Oh, you want to see Goro's second fatality?
Sure,
Here you go.
sure, why not?
I mean, with the first song, when it was on Wiz Khalifa, that was the guy who did the music for the very first trailer.
Hmm.
I, mm, it wasn't that bad of a song, but I still think if y'all wanted to go with a rap song, y'all could have gone with a better rap song. You know, that one Wiz Khalifa track. Wasn't really feeling it because during that time, a lot of the fighting game trailers that were coming out, they all of them were using rap music, and I thought
Oh, damn, man. He does look like he was orgasming when he's pulling him out. All right.
I thought that was a pretty interesting
It
trend that
was a
was
pretty
going on.
awesome trailer. I just find it hilarious because I remember Chop Suey 10 years ago. If Linkin Park wasn't the most overused music for AMVs, it was definitely that song, as much as I
Oh,
liked it, but that's really true. Wiggle,
agreed.
wiggle, wiggle.
Why'd you leave kids on the table? Yeah, but but yeah,
Now, as for the,
but I did want to talk. Oh, what were you gonna say?
we're moving on to the comics.
Oh yeah, I just want to say I did want to go into a little bit about some of the a little bit of the story in MKX and some of the drastic changes they made to the story, which we're not going. This is all going to be from the comic, so I
Yeah,
guess it's not
this
really
isn't stuff
spoilers.
we got from the video games. This is something we've been reading off of the comics, which were like 99 cents an issue.
Yeah, so yeah, so all this stuff is going to be explained anyway.
But yeah, as Lance was saying before, there will be spoilers for the story. Yeah, you might want to skip ahead. I'll find out what annotation it is on if I'm not lazy enough to not include that. But the comics did explain a lot of things. For one thing, my favorite moment in the entire comic is seeing Su Hao die. No,
in the very first appearance.
yeah, no, seriously, he
And
dies in like 2 pages. Scorpion murders the shit out of him. In fact, the Red Dragon clan seems to be getting off pretty off one by one. The latest issue I read, Movado got killed by Cassie and
oh,
Jackie. Yeah,
yeah,
Movado's dead.
'cause I did like Movado.
I thought of him as like a poor man's Cabal.
For basketball. Yeah, I
Yeah.
understand. I
Rest
did
in
like his little
piss.
spongy chords he had.
Hmm. Um. Frost got the shit kicked out by Cassie in one issue when she was at some underground pit fighting place. But my favorite idea that I like from the comics so far is the fact that Scorpion has a human form again,
Yes.
as Hanzo Hisashi.
Yeah, yeah, I thought that was pretty interesting. Said, wow, Scorpion
Nice.
actually got his life back.
Yeah. Sometimes he'll turn into Scorpion mode, and he may have some difficulty controlling that. Uh,
And oh, I'm sorry. I just like to make a little joke about that, about how Mortal Kombat has officially gone anime now because Scorpion has like a wraith mode. So when Scorpion gets ready to fight, when he's not fighting, he's Hanzo Hasashi. He's just like this normal guy with ninja skills. But when he gets ready to fight, he goes into wraith mode. He's like he has a shonen like a shonen fighting mode.
I also like the fact that he takes Kenshi's son as like his apprentice in the Shiva Ryu. Um, so that element was cool. What other
Well,
things were in?
I like how Kano calls Kenshi. I like how Kano calls Kenshi a deadbeat dad.
Damn.
I said, and what did Kenshi call him? He said treacherous something. And he said, "Oh, says the deadbeat dad.
Damn.
Even for you, that was low."
Oh God, what was the other thing I was gonna mention? Oh, Kotal Khan's entire backstory.
Yeah, everything I thought, everything I had, everything I was thinking about Kodokan before the comics, it's changing now. He may not be that bad of a guy. I mean, we don't know yet, but from his backstory, he doesn't seem all that evil.
No, but he is a conqueror, and but he's trying to make peace with Earthrealm. It's just that things have been going a little south a little bit from here and from time to time.
Yeah.
He seems to be based off of Aztec culture.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he is. Actually, in his backstory, it explains how his father um he wanted to teach his son a lesson. What he did, also to teach him how to fend for himself, he transported him to Earthrealm, where Kotal Khan pretty much he survived in one of the most harshest locations on the entire planet, like the deserts of in Africa and like in Antarctica, and then somehow he made his way to South America, where the people worshipped him, and that's where the whole Aztec thing started. Apparently,
Okay.
from Kotal Khan appearing before them. So yeah, it's the whole Aztec warriors thing. Yeah, that was all Kotal Khan apparently.
Yeah. And apparently, he somehow got back to Outworld and managed to take control as Emperor. So how he did that, I don't know. Hopefully, that gets explained in the game. Um, what else can I mention about the comics? The comic, they're pretty good reads. I just wish more issues came. The thing about comics is that I can easily like read an issue in like 2 minutes. So,
Yeah. Which reminds me, the new issue comes out tomorrow, so I have to
I'm
remember they pick
I
one up
definitely
on
want
my.
to pick that one up because it did end on a cliffhanger. I want to see resolved because it's Scorpion versus Sub Zero, so those fights never get old.
Oh,
Yeah.
so I wanted to see what they're gonna do with Havoc because
Oh
Havoc is.
yeah. He was a character
Uh,
I actually did like in Mortal Kombat from the new.
Yeah, same. I really liked Havoc, the Cleric of Chaos.
But I have a feeling he's gonna get wasted too on Shang Tsung's island.
like Havoc and Hutaru. I thought Hutaru was a pretty cool character.
Hmm.
Because you were, comparing they were like polar opposites of each other. Like you have Havoc, then you have Hutaru. Hutaru, who is like chaotic good, where he is so good that he's insane. Like, oh, you littering? Oh, that's 10 years behind
Who
bars for
who
you.
was the who? What the hell was his name? It wasn't. Speaking of Mortal Kombat Deception, what was his name? Where he used to be part of the Order of Good Order of Order, but but became a
Diary,
mercenary.
uh,
Diary,
Daru,
Diary, the bald dude. Well, he
No,
it was
no,
bald
no.
up front, but had the ponytail.
the black guy.
No. I think Dairu. He had the
Oh,
ponytail.
it is Daru.
Yeah, Diary. Yeah, Darius was the black guy.
Yeah.
I like Dairu. I liked his character design
Mm.
and whatnot. He
Yeah,
also
I thought he
had
was
a really cool fatality. His surfboard stretches you to death.
Damn.
it's just like a sling board. And they got a sling board like a slingshot kind of thing.
Yeah, he also rips out your ribs and stabs you in the eyes.
All right. I got nothing else to say about the comics other than I'm enjoying them. They definitely did give me a taste of what's to come from the video game. But now, one last thing. Just like the last two videos where I did with Mortal Kombat 9 and Injustice, I want to go through the character roster and talk about that.
Okay.
All right. You guys got your image up?
Yep.
Yes, I do.
All right. We're going to just go from the top row and then the bottom row. Yeah, pretty straightforward. First one, Kung Lao. He was
Glad he's back.
he
I'm glad he's back. He's badass.
yeah. When he
Especially at the oh, sorry, go ahead.
when he was confirmed, it was pretty solidified that characters who died from the last game were going to come back.
Apparently he has an entire wardrobe of fancy hats.
Yes, he does.
I am for one extremely happy after the way he got fucked in
Oh yeah, Jesus
MK9.
Christ.
I'm like, thank God, because Kung Lao is one of my favorite MK
So
characters. He was
yay, I
my
won the Mortal Kombat. Nope.
he got man. You cannot tell me he got screwed over, man. And that was my favorite scene in the entire MK9 story mode, where he beat Kentaro and Goro,
And the Deadly Alliance.
and the Deadly Alliance by himself. And he was just like, he was taking all the cheering, but people were booing the boo, boo, and coming out like, what?
It's
What?
like,
You're not
F you, I'm
entertained?
Triple H. Boo.
He's like, what? You're not entertained? You know, he's bowing, you know, acting cocky, rightfully so. And then Shao Kahn just came along, just like, no, you're not getting this. Like, I literally screamed in my teeth, like, bullshit.
What?
That was my reaction, man. So I'm really glad, and also because since he's my main character, I play him MK tournaments. So yes,
I mean, yeah, like how Mortal Kombat 9 ended. Earthrealm
yes,
was saved. Shao Kahn is judged by the Elder Gods, but at a very grave cost, where 95% of Earthrealm's warriors have fallen. Which is an unusual trade-off just for saving Johnny Cage from Motaro. Now that I think about it, it's like, okay, fine. Smoke doesn't become a cyborg, but Sub-Zero does. Okay, makes sense. Johnny Cage doesn't get killed by a Minotaur dude. Okay, almost everyone else dies because of him.
everyone else been like,
Fuck.
what? Everyone else, but you, Johnny Cage, you're
Oh
still
man,
alive.
Kung Lao's
Yeah,
fatality, the one where he does the saw blade thing down again, except this time he does it to the person's face. Oh, that one is far more brutal, just because he's like forcing it down the person's face, and the other guy and the opponent is actually trying to like avoid it too. He's like, no, no.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna take this blade. Don't you fight it, and don't you fight. I swear to God, if you fight back.
But yeah,
Uh,
Kung Lao, I'm glad he's back. I
yes,
definitely like him as a White Lotus member more than Liu Kang, but we'll get to him later. Oh, we'll get to him. Next character, Jackson Briggs, which
Fuck yeah.
I didn't think he was gonna be in this game.
Neither did I, because like, okay, I'm naive when I say I thought that everyone who died in Mortal Kombat 9 wouldn't be in this game.
me too. I thought they were gonna go with that.
Well, I knew some characters were gonna come back to life, but I didn't think Jax would come back for some reason.
But I'm glad he did.
Yeah, me too, because
Because he fucking Batista bombs your spine.
oh yes, I definitely like his gotcha grab attack just because he's just gotcha, just pummels the opponent down, and I love his design in this game. He wears the American flag as a bandana on one of his arms. You guys
I
notice
think
that?
even I
Yes.
think even his cybernetics are like in red, white, and blue.
Oh yeah, they probably are. Depending on
They light up red, white, and blue.
Oh, dude, yeah, they made this character so American. I love it.
He's a true American.
No, I am a real American. Oh, dude, one of his gameplay variations. Guess what it's called?
What?
All American.
Oh,
Because I totally forgot that was a thing about Jax before. Like,
Jax is an American.
I remember in his
pronouns.
character select screen, like he stood out to me, not because he was black, but because when you saw his background art, you saw the American flag. I'm like, whoa, what the hell is up with him?
He was the
That's-
only character with that.
I know.
He's American as fuck. Meet Jax. He's an American. His pronouns are cheeseburger, shotguns, and freedom. His triggers are 9/11, Vietnam, and communism.
Oh,
Speaking of Tumblr and triggers,
oh, Jesus!
the
Please,
women
no, do not. Oh.
the women seem to be more dressed more conservatively this time around, but we'll get to that.
Al, for once, I like to see you go 40 days and 40 nights without mentioning tumblers and
I'm
SJWs.
joking, dude. I'm joking.
Okay. Anyways, Sonya Blade.
Not
Um,
much is known about her, I don't think, in this game. Not very much has been shown off about her
the
other
only
than
thing I know is that her and Johnny are divorced.
Mhm.
they made sure to highlight that fact.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Um, Sonya was an okay character. I just didn't really like. I really didn't care for her that much in the previous Mortal Kombat game. I was not really that big of a Sonya fan. When it came to the female characters in Mortal Kombat, it was always the ninjas.
Same.
Yeah, I really don't. I have nothing to say about Sonya really.
All right,
I didn't think she's gonna be in the game because we have Casey.
all right. Next character. Oh my God, I'm so glad he's playable from the beginning. Kenshi.
Fucking love Kenshi. He was actually my favorite character in Deadly
Oh
Alliance.
yeah, I can see why, man. Blind swordsman uses psychic abilities. Oh, and I'm glad he eventually showed up in Mortal Kombat 9 as DLC. But I'm glad he made it to the list because I think he's like the best character from that era of the Mortal Kombat series.
Same. Besides Baraicho, but
Like he had some really awesome fatalities in the last game where he would throw the sword at the other end and just throw a guy in there until he gets cut right down the middle. And he's got another one where he just psychic slams a person to the wall until their eye pops out.
I like his new one that they showed off where he levitates the sword and then like the sword's in front of the dude. Did you see his new fatality yet?
No, I haven't.
Oh yeah, that one. Yeah, he pretty much
Okay.
transformed his sword
You
to a
remember
gun.
Cyrax's old helicopter fatality from Mortal Kombat 3?
Uh, Vaguely. The only one I remember from Cyrax was his self-destruct fatality.
All right, well, basically, Cyrax turns his head into a helicopter, flies into the air, and flies back down.
Oh,
Remember that one?
yeah, I do.
Kenshi does that, but with his sword.
Whoa.
He levitates his sword in midair, spins it like crazy, and then he levitates the dude, and then uses his psychic powers to make the dude go completely horizontal, and then slowly inches the dude into the sword.
Ow.
Let me see if I can find it. And of course, they do a gratuitous slow mo on it.
Of course,
Here you go.
because we gotta show off that gore.
We got to show off that new face engine that we've been working on.
Man, this game's awesome. We're gonna have people with their eyes popping out again. And then we're gonna have
I
people
love
so
the jokes. I love how you want to know what I love about Mortal Kombat, just in general. You can tell with like in the Polygon games, it's like, hey, look, every single limb pops off in a specific place. In Mortal Kombat 9, it's like, hey, look at this. Everyone gets cut in half horizontally because now we can show off all that new gore. This one, it's the face.
Yes, I remember in the old, in like in Deception, like if someone gets a bisected, I used to think, man, that's a nice looking steak right there. They got
I just got done
Yeah.
get out the
I just got done seeing the fatality. I gotta say, man, it's really messed up that he thought it would be a good idea to have the chunks come out from the direction he's in, and so he could get
Yeah.
splattered by it. All right.
It's aesthetic.
All right, next character, Kitana. Definitely love playing as her in the last game. Hopefully, I get
She's
this.
fun to play as.
Yeah, hopefully I get the same results from this game as well. She,
She has a much more regal look to her. I like it.
I do too. It looks like a cross between Princess Leia and uh, Ibuki from Street Fighter 3.
yeah.
She's got dim poofy pants.
Got the parachute pants on.
Got my
Oh,
parachute
got
pants.
parachute pants on. Oh,
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 oh.
oh, oh. I got my cat pregnant. Okay.
Also, one of her fighting styles is that she uses Jade's staff, which may piss off some fans because Jade's not in this game.
I don't care about the Jade fanboys. I mean, nothing against Jade. It's just that pretty much Jade has pretty much gone up to the pretty much came. She's like Jade's become the Mai Shiranui in Mortal Kombat, and I kind of hate that because Jade is more. It's much more than just you know
Yeah,
TNA.
I like playing as Jade too. She was also just as easy to play as like Katana, but well, what can you do, man? Other than hope that she might show up in the next game afterwards.
And yeah, actually, they do decide to bring back Jade. I hope they do something with that mystery lady in Jade's ending. Remember where Jade got possessed
Oh yeah, I
by
remember
some
that
by
one.
some unknown spirit? They never really explained what that was. I hope in future MK games they do go into more detail about that. Hello?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm
Okay.
here.
Okay.
I'm here too.
Yeah, it's lost my train of thought here. Sometimes there's a man. Of course, I'm talking about the dude.
The dude abides.
Next character, I guess. Scorpion. I got nothing against Scorpion.
I I'm digging this design Scorpion. He's design's a lot more simple compared to the other ones where they had to put well all of
They
Scorpion's
put
past
freaking
designs was like
spikes and spears everywhere.
yeah, spikes and spear. Let's put armor on top of armor on top of armor. But this one is actually just more simplistic, and I'm really digging this one.
I
And I do hope they do give him like a Hanzo Hasashi skin.
yeah, same here.
Well, they gave Cyrax and Sector human skins in the last game, so
So yeah, it is
Yeah,
possible that they'll do that, and there are probably some characters that may have their NetherRealm skins too. If you know, is Kung Lao in some of the trailers? They showed Kung Lao in the story mode, and he's all possessed with demon yellow eyes, and his hat has got more like it looks more like a fucking brutal guillotine and stuff like that.
oh yeah.
Um, Look, I got nothing against Scorpion. I just got everything against Ed Boon's undying love for him. Because he will put that guy in any game if he's remotely involved in. It's crazy. It's like, yeah, NBA Jam, that's a fun game, but you want to make it better? Putting Scorpion in it.
Get over here, am I right?
There,
Am I right?
there's hundreds of characters. There's hundreds of DC characters that we could use for Injustice as DLC. Yeah, but wouldn't it be better if we put Scorpion in it? Oh man. Hey, after you beat Shaolin monks, guess who you get to play as? Scorpion. And Sub-Zero, but mostly Scorpion. Uh, but I do like his designs in this game, and I do like the Golden Scorpion design. You know what I'm
Did
talking.
anyone else? Did anyone else got a Bruce Tim feeling with the Gold Scorpion?
that might have been intentional.
I don't know if it's the artist from those cartoons, but yeah, I did get a Bruce Timm vibe from that the way it looks.
Mhm.
It looks so awesome. Oh man, I'm so gonna hate fighting Scorpion players online though because he's got all those moves. Teleport, spear, flame. So I can't really be play more. I can't block as much.
Also, he has resets with the cone. What is it?
Midair throw.
Yes,
He's got all those fucking moves.
all these tools.
Although I did like his brutality, where he spears the opponent and then he does a little whip. He does a little, yeah, God, what do you call it when you do that to horses? Yeah, yeah. He does
Yeah.
Yeah.
he does a little mush with a flame trail and then it blows up the opponent's entire upper torso.
Oh yeah,
Ah,
that's pretty cool.
all right. Next character, Sub Zero, and it's confirmed that it's the second brother this time again, Kuai Liang. Um, I felt so sorry for him in the last game because in promos they always treat him like the bitch.
Yeah.
Kind
I
of,
freaking hate that.
yeah, kind of like with the whole love for Scorpion. They be giving Sub Zero very similar but distasteful treatments. Of
They
it.
treat him like the punching bag. Even for like the special edition of Mortal Kombat where you get those bookends, guess who's on the other end of some Scorpion spear?
Sub
Oh,
Zero.
Sub Zero. Oh, in the trailers, who's getting the shit? Who's getting their getting their shit kicked in? Some
Sub-Zero.
Sub Zero.
Guess who gets their face punched so hard by Scorpion every time you press the start button to the menu of the game?
Sub-Zero.
Sub-Zero.
I'm like, what's with y'all, man?
The
What's with this
teaser
Sub
trailer
Zero
for
guy?
this fucking game.
Hmm,
Oh, let's have Sub-Zero decapitate and his head spiked to a tree.
hmm. Can we get at least let's get some Sub Zero love,
I know.
man?
I used to be a huge Sub-Zero used to be my main too.
Hmm.
Oh man. Well, let's hope his reputation changes. Also, what do you guys think about his second design
Oh,
where it's his Mortal Kombat 3 design, except
I
he's got a
freaking love
beard.
I freaking love it. I think it looks pretty cool. Also, he's voiced by Steve Blum.
Is he? Is that? Did you finally confirm that?
Oh yeah, I meant to look that up. Man, I'm so convinced that's Steve Blum. Hold on.
Well, I like it better than old man Sub-Zero from frickin' Deadly Alliance.
Yeah, somebody has to explain that to me. Why the hell was Sub-Zero 65 years old in that game?
He didn't even look Chinese or Jap. He didn't even look Chinese. He looked like fucking old man Jenkins from Scooby Doo.
Yes, he did look like Old Man Smithers.
Wait, what was this? This is in the Armageddon?
No, no, in Deadly Alliance.
Oh,
In Deadly Alliance, before he got the Shredder look, they decided to give him his Mortal Kombat
yep,
3 design, but
yeah. Steve Blum is Sub Zero.
okay, so it is Steve Bloom, which is really interesting because hey, I noticed his voice right away in one of the story trailers. I was like, is that really Steve Bloom as Sub-Zero? This should be interesting.
The anime can do
I
that.
do love the fact that he has a full-grown beard with his non-ninja design.
Also, there's another well-known anime voice actor in this game, but we'll get to him.
All right, next character, Melina.
Molina.
She has she has a more human-like face. This disturbs me.
I mean, I kind of see why they did the change. I was a little confused by it too. But then remember, they gave her lips because that's how she'd be able to pronounce words with m's and pus, like mms and pus. Because like if you look at her face in the old games, there's no way she'd be able to pronounce words like that
All right,
without.
here's what's funny. This is Mortal Kombat, and the thing that boggles your mind, the point where you say, okay, this is too unrealistic, is Melina not having lips to pronounce.
Yeah, never mind the fact that we have like cyborgs with predator faces that could still like talk clearly. Nah, man, Molina needs to have lips in order to pronounce her puzz.
And people can have their spines broken, but they can get right back the fuck up to fight.
It's magic.
A lot of people find Molina's new face sexier.
That's good.
That's disturbing.
I was completely
What they were saying.
I was
Oh, go ahead.
completely caught off guard when I saw Melina's new face. I was like, okay, I know what she looks like in the last game. I'm ready for it. And then when they show her unmasked, I'm like, damn! Every time. What's with her
Yeah,
mouth?
but are you really surprised though? People said that they thought her new face was sexy. There are people that were saying, "Dude, I would bang old Melina like with face showing and all." I'm like, okay, that's you, man.
I also noticed that she is also more conservatively dressed, and that's a cool thing.
Yeah, that's cool.
She's got armor.
Also, oh yeah, but I love her role in this one, which is
The new revolution of Mortal Kombat. Melina has pants now.
yeah,
Yeah, man, I was nervous at first because that instantly reminded me of Mortal Kombat Annihilation.
Oh, of course, of course.
oh yeah, that's right. I almost forgot. I do like Melina's role in this game, where she's more she actually is one of the main antagonists.
Yeah,
I think.
I thought she was gonna be Queen of Outworld, but then all of a sudden, nope, we gotta give it to a new character now, and now she's trying to get her throne back. All right, next character, Takahashi Takeda, son of Kenshi, student of Scorpion. Love this
His
character.
fatality is fucked up.
Yeah, you mentioned it before already.
You didn't see it yet, did
I
you?
think I did.
Hey, let me show it to you just in
All
case.
right, but you guys have to fill in for me because I got nothing else to say other than I like this character, but I don't know what to expect from him.
I seen his fatality, and really all I've seen about him is his fatality, and right away I fucking love this guy. It's like,
Favorite
I'm
Scorpion?
Scorpion, but even my blades have blades.
Yeah, even my blades have blades. Characters. Decade is one of the most interesting characters. I'm really looking forward to hearing. I'm looking, learning more about because 'cause, he's Scorpion's apprentice, and I'm just really looking forward to see more of the interaction between the two because Scorpion is the more serious. He's like the Qui-Gon Jinn,
He even has the
and
same beard as Qui-Gon Jinn.
and Takeda, he's more like more brash. He's like, let me do what I do what I want. Man, I do take Scorpion's word into consideration, but at the same time, fuck what Scorpion says. I want to do what do what I want.
It's yeah. One thing that I've noticed about Takeda is that he does similar moves to Scorpion, but like his spears are a hell of a lot more cybernetic.
Doesn't he also have a midair spear?
I
I
believe he
think he
does.
does.
Yeah. So that's pretty interesting. Um, Next character, Cassie Cage.
Oh God.
Looking
All
like
aboard
she's my
hype train.
looking like she'll be my favorite character in this series, and we already list the reasons
Selfie
why
fatality.
beforehand.
Selfie fatality. That's all you need to know about her.
That's all I can say is all aboard the Casey Cage hype train. That's what comes to woman. I've been talking to a lot of people. That's one character that a lot of people are looking forward to is Casey Cage.
Yeah, it's no wonder why she obviously takes more after her dad,
Yeah, yeah.
and her dad was like a fan favorite character from the last game. It's, I'm just looking through the characters. See if there's any funny names for some of the fighting styles. Nothing worth pointing out yet.
Hmm.
I still can't get over the fact that Jax has a style called All American.
Oh,
The all-American fighting style. He fights in a hover round.
shoot, like, an all American fighting style will be just nothing but guns.
He actually does have a fighting style called Heavy Weapons.
Uh,
But back to Cassie. Um, I didn't mention this before, but when she did the brutality that I mentioned before with the volleyball to the nutsack, she does her little victory pose, but she also says "suck on that."
Yeah.
All right, next character, Jacqueline Jackie Briggs. What is she equipped with?
it looks
Arm
like
rockets, I
like a
guess.
power gauntlet. I think they're hammers.
Yeah, they remind me of Potemkin's little fist weapons from Guilty Gear.
Yeah.
All right, her fighting styles are shotgun, full auto, and high tech. Oh, wow. Okay, that looks like it could hurt.
Which one?
Shotgun. I think I
Oh,
figured out what her fighting style is.
superior tech.
Ah.
Yes.
Uh,
One more interesting character. I'm looking forward to seeing too.
is she Jax's daughter or niece?
Daughter.
Okay, it's weird because I thought when Cassie mentioned I thought in that scene from the comic book, I thought she said it was mentioned it was his uncle or something.
No, it was her dad.
Okay, okay.
Oh, interesting thing. I think one of the intros is Jackie versus Casey Cage, where Casey says, "Don't say it," and I think Jackie was referencing that she may have said that she thought or that Casey Cage's dad was hot,
Oh God.
and she's like, "What? I'm just saying your dad was hot."
All right. Next character, Kung Jin, another new character that was revealed at the same time with that story trailer.
Is he related to Kung Lao at all?
I think he's supposed to
Probably
be.
some way.
I don't know, but he is White Lotus. That much I know. Um,
And apparently he channels the spirit of Green Arrow and Hawkeye.
that's that's kind of why I'm interested in this character. He's pretty much the Green Arrow in this game, but
I like it.
he also has another fighting style where his bow, which doubles as a shaman staff, that can be used as more of a melee weapon. And if you use that style, the top of the skull is actually set on fire.
Nice.
Yeah. Um. Yeah, I could see him being a character people can be cheap with, but that there's someone out there that's cheaper, which is gonna suck for me to talk about because when we get to that character, I'm gonna gush a little because I actually do like this new character that got introduced.
And I think I know who you're talking
Yeah.
about.
Next character, Shinnok. After 10,000 years, he's free. It's time to conquer Earthrealm.
It's time to conquer Earth.
I say that because his headdress looks just like Rita Repulsa's.
Make my
Look
own
at the
throne.
angles. Look at his character icon. Look how it's decorated. Doesn't help the fact that he's an evil sorcerer. Or once an elder god.
When I don't blame him. He does look a little bit like Rhea Repulsa.
Boy,
He's pretty
I
good.
sure hope I sure hope his character is a lot better because I always thought he was a little bitch in Mortal Kombat 4. Like
He has.
you,
Oh, go
you
ahead.
go from like an old ancient evil like David Lopan-ish sorcerer
Mm.
to a big hulking warlord who wears a skull for face to some gray skinned skinny little sorcerer dude who doesn't even have his own combat style. Anybody remembers him in Mortal Kombat 4? He just randomizes between other people's fighting styles. He's basically chameleon with everyone else's style.
Yeah, true. But this one, seems like they're trying to buff him up a little bit, trying to make it a little bit more of a threat.
Good.
He has bone powers. I think that's pretty cool. Um,
Yeah, one of his fighting styles, his hands are just skeletons. That's it.
and he like also is one of his X-rays. One of my other favorites is that he starts off by just bitch slapping you, like
Damn.
kiss the rings, bitch.
What do you got to say about Shinnok, Al?
I hope my sentiments exactly. I hope he's not a bitch.
Yeah,
He's supposed to be
uh,
Addy.
I know, especially since according to the story mode, the plot seems to be revolved around his amulets again. Man, he couldn't keep that safe
Bitches
from.
be trying to take my bling.
He couldn't keep that amulet safe from a blue ninja in a realm where everything's painted orange. Yes, Mortal Kombat Mythologies is still canon.
um,
They referenced it in the previous Mortal Kombat storyline. After Sub-Zero died, Radiant's like, he once saved Earthrealm from forces of Shinnok and Quan Chi. As goofy as those live-action cutscenes in Mortal Kombat Mythologies are, I still take that over Annihilation.
oh yes,
Do not fail me.
it 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 is glorious. Oh, my personal favorite. Now you
We'll die.
like who wrote this?
Apparently not somebody with a brain.
Someone actually wrote down and wrote this, and someone actually approved of it.
And they filmed this too.
And they spent money on this.
They chose
uh,
this.
Joseph.
Man, that's a lot of static. All right, next character, Kano. Oh man,
He's a fucking badass. He's like the Terminator.
oh man, this character just gets more and more Australian. I love it.
I don't
Like,
baby.
when I first saw the picture for Kano, I wasn't even 100% sure it was him, to be honest.
Yeah, he's got more cybernetic enhancements.
And then he was like, "Hello, Terry," and I'm like, "Well, that's Kano."
I definitely love the voice actor for Kano in this game. He's definitely channeling the actor from the live action movie.
Yep.
Oh man, one of my favorite attacks from him in the last game is his chokehold, where he just chokes the person until they got on the knees, and he's just laughing sadistically about it.
I love the sound effects on the other end. Like when it goes, whoa.
Oh man, it's obvious he was going to come back because he didn't die in the last game. Uh,
Oh yeah.
and apparently he's working for Kotal Khan, so that's interesting. Oh, but let's move on
Well,
to
guy's
the.
got to make money somehow.
Yeah, he's got to make money somehow. Next, next character, everyone's favorite, Johnny
Sonic King.
Cage.
That's how Johnny C. do. That's how Johnny C. do.
He is part of an exclusive club of video game characters of people who wear glasses that are named Johnny. Johnny Cage, Johnny from Guilty Gear, Johnny Gat from Saints Row.
Oh yeah.
Notice that pattern?
Don't wear
Yep.
sunglasses.
And those sunglasses are probably still $500.
They better be $500
Probably,
sunglasses.
that was probably surgically attached to their face.
This is the part where you fall down.
Oh.
Uh,
I love his first fatality.
Here's
Here's
Johnny.
Johnny.
I'm so glad he did that to Scorpion in his trailers, just so NetherRealm can be fair about that.
They didn't know. If they
Like,
want to be really fair, they didn't do a like Sub-Zero fatality
Yeah,
on
I
Scorpion.
definitely like Johnny Cage in the first game. Well, not first game, the previous game. He was also really easy to pick up and play. His combos were pretty simple enough, and I thought he was an interesting way to open up the game's story mode since he was the outsider. He didn't know what was going on with this whole Mortal Kombat
he
tournament.
thought it was a movie or a casting call.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and he gets sucked into this world where all of a sudden he's like fighting dudes with arm blades and then talking to an elder god. And then all of a sudden some militaristic special forces lady shows up and some Australian mercenaries there. He's like, I'm an actor. I don't do this. Where's that hottie?
No, I
It's
love it.
kind of
I'm an
funny.
actor. I don't do this. Meanwhile, he's shooting fireballs and shit.
Yeah, they never explain the origins of Johnny's powers. All he says is they all say that my powers and abilities are special effects. Truth is, I am the special effects. They
One
never.
of the best things he ever said.
That's all we know is that he just has these powers naturally. I also love how Raiden sees his character. He's like, "What do you see in him, Raiden? He may be a hero, Liu Kang, though he's yet to know it."
And that's very, very true. And that's the kind of
That's just Raiden's way of saying, well, fucked.
oh,
Let's just hope he doesn't. Let's just hope I don't have to save his ass. That won't have. Let's hope that won't have grave consequences. For
Let's see.
fuck's sake.
The static, God.
I hope I'm not causing it.
oh,
I don't think I'm doing it.
Let me see.
pretty sure I don't think I'm causing it.
Well, you guys aren't like picking. Oh wait, hold on. I think the stag is coming from Lance's end. Yes, it is. Lance, you're the culprit.
Okay.
Staticality.
Dun dun dun. Suck on that.
I hope Johnny Cage has a nut bust. That's all I hope for.
Yeah, man, his X-ray move in the last game. Punch, punch, punch. Oh, my balls.
It was also a unique X-ray move because it was a counterattack.
Yes. There weren't that many unique X-ray move startups. Cyber Sub-Zero had a dive kick for an X-ray startup. Next character, Aaron Black.
Otherwise known as Clint Eastwood.
Steampunk Clint Eastwood, or Mortal Kombat's answer to Hull Horse.
No. Welcome to Mortal Kombat, where even the cowboys are ninjas.
Oh, that's a pretty good tagline. We should use that one.
That's a great question. Yes.
Okay, I could see a lot of people getting cheap with him in his gunslinger mode, but at the same time, I just love this character's design and everything about him. I love that in his X-ray, he has a bullet with the opponent's name.
And I also love how he apparently killed JFK because it's the magic bullet.
With a magic bullet.
Magic Bullet.
His first fatality is, to be honest, I think it's a little lame. I mean, like, what do you think? Did you see it yet?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. The
Where it's
where
like
where he just shoots sand, where he shoots a sand bomb in the dude, and it just pours sand out the dude's throat. The twitching saved it for me.
Ah, gotcha. I was kind of in the same boat. I'm like, it's a cool fatality, but it's kind of, oh wait, they're twitching. They're twitching. Never mind. It's cool now.
But I mentioned Hull Horse because his bullet does change direction mid through, which I believe that's how Hull Horse's stand works, right?
yeah, he can control the bullet. It's whole horse.
Fucking
But
JoJo reference.
Dude,
it's
fighting game. You'd be surprised how many fighting games have references to that series.
yes,
I think Mortal Kombat needs to jump on that bandwagon.
yes. Mortal Kombat, they already they kind of stepping into the anime realm. Just go ahead, just go full anime. And another thing I wanted to say was, yeah, Aaron Black is pretty much whole horse, but without all the fabulous poses.
All right, next character. Liu Kang, aka
Fuck,
Ludwig.
oh,
Rude
fuck
boy.
that guy. I used to love Liu Kang, but he's a dick now.
Me too. I feel the same way.
But you have to say this though. Do you think his attitude is pretty much becoming a pretty interesting character development with him because he's always kind of viewed as that stereotypical Boy Scout, good guy, but now he's like, yeah, he's turning into a dick, and it's pretty
Fuck you,
good.
Raiden. You're not my dad.
And it's pretty good reason. He's like, he thought, hey, if you try all this shit you've been suggesting, it's not working. In fact, it got all of us killed. So you know
Yeah,
what?
well, he did have a justified reason for being pissed off.
No, man, but he
Yes.
was whinier before that. He was whiny over the fact that he wasn't allowed to beat Shao Kahn in the Mortal Kombat tournament when Raiden suggested that idea.
Yeah, I get what you're
It's
saying
like,
now.
Liu Kang, maybe you should enter the tournament. And he's all like, but I'm not he, you must win. And then all of a sudden he gets whinier as well. He's like, Kitana's been captured. It's your fault, Raiden. You're the one who told her to go against her father's will. So even
Mm.
before that, which is funny because he is blatantly disregarding Bo Raicho's teachings about not letting your emotions get in your way, which is
And wasn't it? Yeah, I realize that now. Like like in the other games, he's like the fucking stereotypical, you know, OP Gary Stu. I can do no wrong. Well, Boy Scout character like Lance mentioned. Now
like John
he's
Cena.
this. Yeah,
Yeah.
he was the John Cena of Mortal Kombat. And now he turned into this like super whiny piece of shit that nobody likes.
Well, if another real, if
Oh, he has pulse now.
I've heard rumors that either Ed Boon or most of NetherRealm just don't like this character.
I think it was Ed Boon. I think he said it. He's not particularly fond of Liu
Like,
Kang.
but it's weird because ever since Mortal Kombat Deception, they've been doing weird shit to Liu Kang's character. In Deception and Armageddon, he became a fucking zombie. In the Mortal Kombat 9, we mentioned all the prima donna stuff. But in the web series Mortal Kombat Legacy, oh man,
Mm.
oh, don't even get me started on that.
Oh yeah, he went full emo.
Oh man, all that static. There's no way I can edit that.
It's okay.
Oh,
Oh, is it coming from my end?
yeah, it's coming from your end. I told you already.
Oh, okay. How about
But
now? Can you
yeah,
see him?
Okay, it's better now. Yep, and it's
Okay.
back.
I'm wondering if there will be an arc where Liu Kang kind of redeems himself. I'm hoping that happens.
I don't know, man. I heard he's like frenemies with Raiden, so.
God damn it.
Oh man, he did have a pretty sick fatality where he just rips the dude's throat out while the person's gurgling to death.
Yeah, I saw that. He rips out his frickin' windpipe and shoves it down his throat.
He just
Or what's left of it.
and he finger pokes and dooms him afterwards.
I saw a glimpse of his second fatality.
Is that the one where he like splits him open with his legs?
Yeah, where he fucking like nuclear drop kicks the dude.
Yeah, I saw that too from the System of a Down trailer. Oh man.
Liu Kang's a dick. Let's move on.
Ermac. He's a dick, but only because when other players play as him. Oh, I hate the fact that you can never see his fucking psychic powers coming.
Okay.
I like Ermac's new design here. Like in the older games, they tried to make him look like like a typical like a ninja, and now he's got a true nomad appearance.
I liked his design in Mortal Kombat 9 from his second costume, where it was a combination of ninja and nomad, where he had
Yeah.
the ninja outfit, but he still had the hoodie. And I was hoping they would go back to more of that design. But yeah, I actually do like this version of Ermac, and I'm glad he's back. He's obviously a fan favorite for the things I listed. The psychic abilities help him a lot, and that fatality of his is pretty fucking boss.
Yeah, where he rips your colon out through your nose and shit.
Jesus. And he just leaves him hanging there too.
I'm calling that fatality the reverse colonostomy.
Damn. What do you think of Ermac, Lance?
I agree with y'all. Not really digging this particular design compared to MK9, but it's pretty good. I'm really interested in seeing what his alt design is going to be.
Mm-hmm.
All right, next character, Kotal Khan. Oh, we talked about him a little bit from when we talked about the comics. I am loving this character a lot. He's a dude powered by the sun, and he just does some messed up shit. He killed Rain, by the way.
Oh.
It's not really,
He either killed him
yeah,
or
cool.
critically injured the fuck out of him.
Well, considering this is Mortal Kombat, I'm just going to assume that he'll just walk it off later on.
Ah,
Put some
Yeah,
duct tape on it, you'll be fine.
Okay.
you were saying, Lance?
Oh, yeah, just get up, rub some dirt in it, you'll be okay.
Sprinkle some.
Rub some dirt in, open the wound.
Do it the Bruce Lee style. Just put some
Yeah, I
powder
feel the
in
same way.
there.
Kotal
He disappeared on me.
Khan. I'm here. I was just
Oh,
saying, yeah, I'm feeling Kotal Khan too. I thought he's pretty cool too.
Yeah, he does.
Um,
It's weird.
this thing,
He was a large dude. He had the appearance of a
in terms
boss.
of us, oh yeah, he really, really does. But as we were discussing earlier, he may not be that bad of a guy, but in all the trailers and videos we see, he seems to have some evil tendencies. So where he stands on the moral alignment seems kind of iffy. So I'm really looking forward to MKX story mode to finally see where he stands.
I want to say he's neutral for
And
now.
yeah,
But yeah, the fact that he's participating in a civil war in Outworld, that Outworld civil war, is really interesting plots because you finally see like other races. You see like other races get involved in this. You see more Shokans. You see some of the Tarkatans. You see battle for control of Outworld. Outworld is now like broken into chaos ever since Shao Kahn's fall. So I really love that element.
yes.
Yeah. Next character, Reptile. Uh, I wasn't always a big Reptile fan, even though I like the color green.
I'm kind of indifferent to to him being in here. I never really played as Reptile,
Hmm.
but cool. I like his fatality though.
the acid in the face.
Classic.
I do love the fact that in some of the fatalities they actually bubble. Like you mentioned Takeda's fatality, when the corpse lies down, you can actually see the blood bubbling from the dude's throat.
Oh yeah.
I mean, if you're gonna be a violent video game with some gore, you might as well kick it to the max.
That's what all play.
I don't know what else to say about Reptile. Other than when I played the last
Um,
game, his growling sound effects remind me of the growling sound effects from TMNT Tournament Fighters. That's all I could say.
only thing I can say about Reptile is, I'm like, oh, okay. I mean, I do want to say one thing. A lot of people seem to be complaining because they still haven't gone back to give Reptile a more human like form. And this is what I say: Reptile is Reptile. I don't think he was never meant to look human. The only reason why they made him look human in the other games was because of software and hardware limitations.
hmm
So it's I know. So I mean, it makes sense for Reptile to look like an actual reptile because he is reptile.
Would you rather him look like a
And
Komodo dragon from Deadly Alliance?
I was
yeah,
just
that's what I'm.
about to say that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That design was the worst.
I was
Yeah,
like,
we can.
hey, why does Reptile look like that? He devolved.
Yeah,
Yes,
he either
human reptile fans and non-human reptile fans can both agree the Deadly Alliance design of reptile was the worst.
it's either that or his Mortal Kombat 4 design. I did not like his Mortal Kombat 4 design because he wasn't wearing an outfit that resembled a ninja at all. Like,
Except for his
Mm.
alternate.
yeah, except for his alternate, but like he was wearing like a really generic looking outfit. It just didn't look that good. At least in Mortal in the previous Mortal Kombat game, Mortal Kombat 9, his second outfit was more ninja like.
Yes.
All right, next character. This was an interesting addition. Ferritor.
A two-character.
With a big hulking
Yes.
dude and a little girl, weird freaky woman.
Thing.
Thing.
It just reminds me of it kind of reminds me of like a more dark evil version of that one Totoro character from Waku Waku 7.
Oh yeah.
That's an
What
obscure
was that?
reference.
Yeah, I was thinking of, what was it? Was it a Mad Max villain, Master Blaster?
Yeah, Master Blaster.
One of the
What
most
was it? What was
80st
that one character in?
names you ever think of.
What was that one character in? What is it? Fuck. What was it? One of the SNK games, Samurai Showdown. That native girl and the native kid and the native man.
Uh,
Tam Tam.
Tam Tam and
Tam
that
Tam and
one dude.
Cham Cham.
Yeah, it reminds me of that.
Yeah.
How the hell does Ferritor remind you of fucking Tam Tam and Cham Cham?
The team? I don't know.
They were separate characters, if I'm not mistaken.
It's been a while since I
Okay,
played those games.
you're probably thinking of a different character then.
But anyway, I not much to say about this except his fatality's fucking brutal.
I do like the fact that the Tor is like a fucking Frankenstein slash. Yeah, he's like a Frankenstein. All he talks and growls. Like he's
I do like
that
the
kind of
design with her,
hulking
like
brute.
I like how when you can find them where Tor is. I mean, the little woman is
I
sitting
think
on top of
I
him.
think that's
As whenever
fair.
you do a heavy knockdown, she like goes flying off. Okay, Farah. Yeah, whenever like you hit Tor, Farah would just go flying off him and just hit the ground. Or you can if you pick the lackey variation, she would just kind of stay off to the side and kind of just cheer from the sidelines. I thought that was pretty cool.
That's yeah, that is pretty tight. Next character, ooh, Devora.
I like her.
She crazy bug lady. Definitely a
Yeah,
unique
that's messing up.
design. Definitely a unique design. I'll give her that. She kind of blew me away when I saw her introduced as one of the new characters. It was like, whoa, man! These new Outworld characters are getting creepier and creepier. I love her brutality where she stabs a person in the chest and then she freaking. It's basically Alien. She just pulls an alien by
Yeah, yeah.
having a giant moth bug burst out of the
Fucking Mothra
chest.
comes out of her chest. Fucking Mothra comes out of her chest.
And I know she works for Kodo Khan. She's loyal to him. Not much to say about this character since really not much about her was revealed backstory wise. So, but yeah, she does look like an interesting addition. All right,
Same.
next character, the man who man, this guy probably gets a lot of hate mail a week now after what's transpired in the last game.
The man who fucked everything up.
Wah, wah,
The
wah.
legend killer himself.
Raiden.
Dear Raiden, fuck you.
Dear Raiden, what were you thinking in saving
People,
Johnny Cage? Was he really worth saving? Was it really worth the lives of Stryker, Jax, Jade, Nightwolf?
Well, to be fair, it's at
Raiden,
least worth more than the life of Stryker.
I actually liked Stryker from the last game. He was way fucking good. They totally improved his
he was very
character.
good.
Ah, I actually liked Stryker.
Raiden was like,
Dear
yeah, man,
Raiden,
don't leave
how's
Raiden
Batman?
Oh man.
The people like the Raiden was like, be like, people don't even pray to me. People pray me like hashtags. Like just this morning, I got hashtag fuck Raiden.
I'm Quan Chi's personal bitch slave now. Hashtag thanks, Raiden.
Hell, I'm trapped in Quan Chi's ass mansion.
Dude, I'm gonna be honest. I didn't think his final plan would work. Where he was like, "Hey, let's let Shao Kahn win, and then the Elder Gods will step in."
If you thought Luke Kang was whiny before, Luke Kang had a heart attack when he heard that plan.
Like,
Yeah, let him win. What?
regardless, he is still a pretty good character.
And he's voiced by Richard
Yes,
Epcar.
he is.
There are fates worse than death, like getting hate mail 70 times a day.
People don't even love you anymore. Ever experienced that?
Damn.
It's like they were like sons to me, and now they hate me. Hashtag fuck Raiden.
Fuck Raiden.
To be fair, there's a lot of sons who aren't fans of their dads either.
And like Takeda.
Uh,
Someone did to
I remember what Kano said to him at one of the dialogue scenes. Get your crystal ball fixed.
Oh, I'm sorry, man. I keep thinking of this
Everyone's
joke.
giving him shit for that, and I love it.
People are not gonna let him forget that, man. He's not. They will not let this one die. Hey, Raiden, remember when you let all those people die, even like on that social media site on friendships, like when. For just some strange reason, whenever Casey Cage posts there's a fatality, one of the comments should be like a random hashtag fuck Raiden.
Oh,
I'm gonna ride this joke until the wheels fall off, man.
Easy.
all right. Next character.
Hey,
Oh wait, you got one more. You got one more in you.
I got one more. One
All
more.
right, let go.
No, wait. No, I thought I had it. Never mind.
Oh,
Hashtag fuck Raiden.
Hashtag fuck Raiden.
hashtag was it worth it?
Yes.
All right, next character. Everyone's favorite albino sorcerer, Quan Chi.
He got his shoulder blades back.
Yes, I do.
That took me forever to notice that.
I I actually did miss his Mortal Kombat 4 costume. I actually liked
Yeah,
it, even though a lot of people said it made him look too much like Destro from G.I. Joe. But but they seem to slightly bring it back by making it just an armor piece instead,
Hmm.
and it looks better on him. I love how one of his pre-fight intros he's carrying the decapitated head of Moloch. You guys notice that?
Heard it, man.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, I saw.
And sometimes he's
I like
riding on
that.
a
I like his
horse.
other intro. See, that's the intro I like. I like that intro.
He had the best
So
he had the best victory animation from the last game where he just summons a chair hand.
Yes.
kind of just chills.
Man, that's another character I think
That was
Ed Boon has an undying love for because Quan Chi has been getting his roles in the series have gotten more and more significant with each passing game.
Especially in like even in Mortal Kombat versus DC where he wasn't even playable, he got a huge role in it.
Yes, he did. And of course,
I would not.
he is the one who's controlling Scorpion's leash.
Completely unrelated. You know the hashtag Thanks Obama? It should be changed to Thanks Raiden.
Thanks for
All right, and finally, one last.
just got turned to a zombie slave. Thanks Raiden.
All right, and finally, last character who is actually a pre-order bonus thing, and
playable legitimately.
yeah, thank God. Hopefully, he plays just fine because playing as him in some of the challenge tower modes was not fun at all. Goro, he lives, as the advertisements want you to fucking want to let you know.
Well, they're just bringing back that shit from Mortal Kombat 1.
Yeah.
Goro lives.
Goro lives. I heard a lot of people get pissed off at when seeing the trailers for this game. They're like, "Yeah, this game's awesome. Goro lives. Fuck."
Why would they get pissed off about that? Goro rocks.
I know it's not that they hate Goro or anything. They just hate the fact that he's like it's the anti pre-order crowd, you know.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I kind of see that too, but like, if you're like me, as soon as they announced MKX, you already knew. Well, for me, I was going to pre-order it.
I got the
If
collector's
they,
edition.
How much
yeah,
you
me
want to
too.
bet that Goro's going to be available later?
He will be, but for like $5.
Oh, he is.
NetherRealm confirmed that on one of their podcasts. I don't know the price, but I want to say $5, maybe more.
Man, not much to say about Goro, to
Yeah.
be honest.
Well,
Other than he's Goro, he's got 4 arms and he'll fuck you up.
yeah, he was an awesome character. Like he blew my mind when I saw him in the first Mortal Kombat. He was a giant claymation monster, but he actually looked really well with the rest of the graphics engine.
It was really good too. I mean, all I can say about Goro is that I really digging his animation in this game. It's like all 4 of his limbs are actually they're actually doing something, and I know the animation for him look way better
I, li-
than
I
nine.
like every time he walks in, every time when they show him in the pre-order thing, they show him just like walking past the shadows while doing his little cracking his fingers. Man, I thought that was a really cool, intimidating
Crack,
animation. Should we talk about the
cracking the knuckles.
should we talk about the combat pass?
I was actually about to bring that up. The combat pack.
Yeah.
4 new characters. I'm glad they confirmed these right out of the way instead of trying to keep them as a surprise one by one because people will have expectations now and not be disappointed when the reveals are made later. First thing though they revealed on Friday the 13th, no less. Jason Voorhees. Out of all the slasher villains and films, I actually like Jason the most.
Well, here's the way I look at it. Freddy was in the last game, so
Yeah.
why not?
Yeah. And I think he's a good guy. No, really.
You think Raiden's gonna like? manipulate him or some shit.
No, I don't think he's going to be a good guy in this game's story if he's going to have something like that. He'll probably have an arcade ending. But I mean, like, in the slasher films, like, he just beats up stoners and sex addicts. So, good for him.
So he's basically the living
Jason's
embodiment of Darwinism. Natural selection.
I hope his fatality of.
Jason's goal is that
I hope one of.
He better have the sleeping bag fatality.
Yeah, I was just about to say, I hope his fatality involves a burlap sack and a hard surface. That's what I'm hoping for.
like a tree just comes out of nowhere.
Yeah, either a tree or he just slams it on the ground so many times that the person in the sack just turns into chunks.
Oh yeah,
Let's
he
see.
opens up the bag and just lets it all out.
I'm hoping that, and I mentioned this outside of the chat, but I think it'd be funny to bring it up. I'm hoping that after someone performs a fatality on Jason, the camera pans to the dude who just did it. You know, Jason's all mangled up and shit, but they pan up to the dude who just did it. He's all standing defiantly, and then Jason just gets up like nothing happened.
Man, that'd be creepy. Like before the camera fades to the character selection, you see him pop up in the corner. All right, the next character they revealed that one surprised me. Tanya.
Never cared for Tanya, to be completely honest.
I just think that the most.
I'm looking forward to Tanya since they.
She looks like cracked out Tara Reid.
Damn.
Too soon?
To me,
Is there any other Tara Reid?
Tanya, you know.
Okay, now that one was too harsh. What you were saying, Lance?
Just that, I was just saying, I'm looking forward to Tanya. Since they pretty much rebooting everybody. That's why I'm looking forward if they brought back a lot more MK4 characters, just to kind of see how they were like kind of rewrite them, just make them better characters overall. And just like I told you, Darkscream, when I first saw Tanya, I did not recognize her. I mean, when I first saw her, I was like, is that Tanya? No, that looks way too different to be Tanya.
Yeah, I recognized her on the spot. Black girl wears yellow. The thing that blows my mind is Tanya is like one of the most treacherous, deceptive, most evil SOBs in the entire video game. And you named this character after your sister, Ed Boon. I'm not kidding.
Really?
Look it up. Look up Tanya's bio card. Ed Boon actually did say Tanya was named after his sister.
That's a backhanded compliment.
It is. It really is.
Hey, I named a character.
So, hey, sis, I'm gonna name one of my game characters.
No, it's like, hey, I named a character after you. Oh, really? Which one? The one that stabs everyone in the back.
The bitch.
All right.
And then we have Tremor.
Oh God, why do people remember Special Forces?
I don't know either. That was the last character I was expecting.
You know, I think I know.
Yeah,
I think I know why. Because in Mortal Kombat for the PS Vita, in the Challenge Tower, you actually played as some sort of weird, incomplete version of Tremor, where he is a brown ninja in Mortal Kombat 3 in MK3 attire, and he's got like really generic fighting. I think he has Smoke's combat set, but he's also got like some. He's got Jax's ground pound and a few other generic attacks. And I think people saw that and said he should be a more full-fledged character next time. That's my theory, though. Other than that, he would have been forgotten like the rest of Mortal Kombat Special Forces, which could arguably be the worst Mortal Kombat game ever made, ever.
There's no argument there.
Who would?
Now, the final one, Predator.
Predator versus Jason in a Mortal Kombat tournament. When you tell people that, they'll think about that and go, well, there's stupider ideas. But they'll be like, yeah, that's going to be a thing now.
They'll be like, "What kind of
It's
fan
been done
fiction
with
are you reading?"
crossovers.
Now, a lot of people will probably be thinking, why is Predator in Mortal Kombat in the first place? And I said, well, here is the flimsiest reason for his connection to the series. It's because Sector and Cyrax's designs were based off of the Predator. That's probably why he's in this game. Yeah.
Also,
You
does
guys
Warner
noticed?
Brothers own the Predator license? Oh yeah, I know. Well, I know that too. But doesn't Warner Brothers own Predator?
I think so. That's probably why they could get away with
Yeah,
this.
yeah. That's another reason.
Well, if that's the
But
case,
as
then
for Predator, I'm pretty
okay.
excited for him.
If Warner Brothers does own Predator, this is the biggest case of stroking your own dick I've ever seen.
No arguments there. I'm not arguing his inclusion in the game. In fact, like ever since Scorpion was in Injustice, I just said fuck it when it came to the rules of guest characters in fighting games. I just didn't care anymore. I said, you know what, just go balls out. Give me Predator, give me Jason, give me Freddy Krueger, give me Rorschach from Watchmen. I don't care anymore.
Do what the hell y'all want. Also, don't forget because there's supposed to be a skin where Drax pretty much becomes Dylan from Predator,
Oh, that's cool.
and actually got
Dylan, you mean
and they actually got the actor.
Apollo Creed's character?
Yeah,
That's that's.
Apollo Creed's
I don't know
character.
the actor's
The
name. I
actor.
just know him as Apollo
Um,
Creed. I also know him
I
as.
don't. Damn, I hate.
I also know him as the guy who taught Adam Sandler how to golf. Yeah, he was that guy too.
Hey, you guys know who should who should be in Mortal Kombat next time?
Who?
His name is John Cena.
Dun, 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 dun,
Man, that will
dun,
never
dun,
happen
dun,
with.
dun, 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 dun.
That will never happen with WWE's PG route.
No. Hear me out. He doesn't get. He's the only character in the game you can't perform fatalities on, because by the time they're about to do the fatality, he kicks out, gives him the attitude adjustment, and wins the game.
Oh,
Because remember, even in Mortal Kombat, the only thing Cena will sell is merchandise.
he'll sell all the DLC. Oh man, you know who would make a great addition? Speaking of wrestlers, Kevin Nash. He, you can't go two steps. You can't make two steps in without blowing up your quads.
No. Here's the best thing. No. Okay, here's the best thing. Imagine you're Kevin Nash in Mortal Kombat. He goes to perform his X-ray attack, but it zooms in on his own legs as he's walking, and his kneecaps explode.
I'm silent laughing here.
Oh God.
Oh. Anyways, I think we've.
Carl Weathers. That's the actor's name.
Okay, so apparently he's gonna be Jax and one of the skins.
What?
Yeah, pretty much one of Jackson's skins that use Carl Weathers likeness. So pretty much they're going to transform Jax into Dylan.
Oh my God, you have to give me proof of this in order for me to believe you right now.
Wait, what's going on?
Okay, man, they've been
Apparently,
talking about
Apollo
it.
Creed. Apparently, there's supposedly an alternate skin for Jax where he plays, where he becomes Apollo Creed.
Nice.
No, never not Apollo Creed, but he becomes Dylan.
Well, Dylan, Apollo Creed, same dude, same Black American.
Dylan, you son of a bitch.
That's racist.
But yeah, you're gonna have to give me evidence of that if that's true.
I don't look it up because yeah, that's.
Well, I have nothing else to say, and we've gone for too long. So yeah, final thoughts. This game comes out in the week, and I will pick it up as soon as possible.
Well, I I do not
All
own
aboard
the
the hype
system.
train.
I do not own the system for this game. But once some friends of mine pick it up, I will be mooching their house to play it.
Lance, your thoughts?
I can't fucking wait for this game.
Will you actually take a break from Killer Instinct to play this game?
I will, but I'm planning to play both Killer Instinct and Mortal Kombat.
All right.
But besides that, all aboard the MKX hype train.
Yeah. Everyone else's thoughts, comment below. And with that, this is Darkscream 217 signing out.
This has been Big Al
See ya.
2K6, otherwise known as well, fuck it, Big Al, signing out.
And this is Lance Echidna. I'll see y'all later. Remember, hashtag fuck Raiden.
Yeah, fuck Raiden.
Fuck Raiden.
So he ruining all of Earthrealm's warriors and leaving us crippled. Just for Johnny Cage.